Hey, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're gonna talk about the story events, and there is something that changed in the story events. But first of all, I want to remind you guys, most likely the older players should have known this, but for a newer players, you should take note of the event bonus. So when you bring a unit specifically from the story or the series of the story events, then you will get more bonus when you clear the stage. So try to go and build a lineup that will give you the highest bonus. Like, look at this. If you want to go and transform this, you can take a look at this percentage here. So if you see a percentage number on the units that you have, meaning that when you bring them, it will give you a higher bonus. And it doesn't work on duplicate. So look at this. If I put, I should put the pilot. Now, so when you put a duplicate, it won't work. But for a different units, they will all give a bonus in loot. So the top one is loot, the bottom one is damage. So you can see here the total of loots that you will get here is increased by 82%. So when you want to grind the stage, you need to clear the stage in sortie first with the highest percentage number that you have, and only then when you skip them, it will retain the highest event bonus number that you have, and you can just auto this and get the highest bonus reward that you can get from that using your lineup. Look at this is the bonus. So the bonus can give you higher number than the actual ticket that you get from the stage. So that one you will need in order to challenge the boss. So when you go to the boss battle, the second thing that you need to take note is that for every single one of these, every time you attempt or skip, there is a low chance that you will meet a hidden boss. And the hidden boss have a first clear reward. So try to clear each one of it from the normal, hard, and expert, because they all give different first clear reward. So the normal one have one hidden boss with a first clear reward of 200 diamond. Then the hard one has a hidden boss of another first clear reward of 200 diamonds, and then the expert. So try to meet each one of the hidden boss, and then only then you can just keep skipping on the expert one and get the highest reward that you can get if you can clear the highest difficulty. And the way to unlock the skip is by clearing the stage with only one attempt. Okay, so when you clear it in one attempt, then you will unlock the skip function. And then now the new thing that comes to these story events is this one. We finally now get this kind of limited time featured unit assembly ticket. I don't know if it is only for these story events, but I do hope that they keep this feature to the story events in the future, because this is really good thing for especially free-to-play players, because we can save on our diamonds. Like this, we can use on this one, the tickets. Look at this. Yeah, we can use these limited time tickets, and we can actually get the unit that comes with the where is it? This one, GP03. Look at this. The new units is also in here, and it has a higher chance to drop. It's just as if you are pulling on the featured unit assembly in here that is currently going on. So that's why try to clear the story event, as best as you can, and get all of this ticket reward, and so you can save on diamond. Like, for example, most of the time my strategy is to skip on the banner that doesn't have limited units, and even for the limited units I will judge myself whether I do need that unit or not, and only pull on the limited units that are really important, because I am a free-to-play players. I don't spend any money on getting the diamonds, so I do have very limited diamonds. So this is very good thing for me. So now, because we have this, you do want to try to collect them, as much as possible. And especially this one also have a ticket here, and this is a resettable reward, meaning that after you get all of this, then you can reset the reward and then go to the next level here. So when you take a look at the other reward, like the basic reward, it's just basically a basic reward, so you can actually just skip this. You don't really need all of these items here. It's just a weapon upgrade material and capital, and then also some experience material. So once you get all the resettable reward, then you can just straight up skip it. Usually before this, on the older story events, I do recommend you to not skip this thing, the reward, because there is the weapons upgrade material, the yellow one. And on the 7, like on the 6, you still have them, but on the 7, you don't have them anymore. So usually in older days, I recommend it to, don't skip it until you get all of these yellow ones, because they are hard to get. Not really hard to get for older players, but for newer players, to grind this thing requires you a very long time. So right now for older players we have an abundance of this, but for newer players I recommend it to just don't reset when you haven't got all of this. But right now, because of the coming of this ticket, and also on the 7, you can actually get the technical journal material for the units that is inside the development diagram. So it is more important to just get the technical journal instead of the weapon upgrade material. So now the priority shift. Now your priority is to get to 7 level here as fast as possible. So then you can keep grinding this technical journal and get as many copies as you can from all of these limited units. Because the limited units most of the time is kind of like above average compared to the other units. So just like the GP03 and New EZL in here, they are quite good. I mean, the GP03 is not as I expected for the map attack. I did hope that he has a cone-shaped AoE, but it is actually a movement AoE. And it is hard to use a movement AoE because you need an empty space at the end of your journey, at the end of your movement. So it is okay, but if you can have a stage where you can make use of that kind of movement, then having like a couple of copies of this can be really good. And then the Neuzil is a tank, so yeah, you do need a lot of tanks because they soak up your damage. So there are a lot of stages where you can actually, you need to bring a lot of tanks to soak up a lot of damage, and only like 1 or 2 main attackers, then more defender the better. And the GP04 is actually a good unit, and the GP01FB is also a good unit. So you can try to just get them. It won't hurt, if you just keep getting them. But yeah, you can get all of these things, and once you get them, you can just reset the reward straight away, because all of this is no longer important. So that is the way to play the story events from now on. And hopefully, because they already mentioned that they're gonna bring back the story event history, so I do hope there will be a button somewhere later in the future, like probably in the corner here, where you can choose to do all their story events. And they already told us that we're gonna get the gold frame Amatsu, and then also something else I forgot, the Thunderbolt. Yeah, they plan to do the gold frame Amatsu and Thunderbolt first. So it's good news for those of you who missed the gold frame Amatsu, because that is a really good map attacker. So there is that. And thank you for all of the whales and dolphins and spender in this game. We can get another 3,000 diamonds, so that is always welcome. That is always good. Good job, everyone. We as a community gonna keep supporting this game. Let's go. And then also there is an October update in here. I haven't actually read this. So there will come out the Generation Tower East, and it's always good because there will be a new a pilot coming in the Generation Tower East, and then the main stages of the IBO Part 2 will be added. So I do hope there is Barbatus Lupus and Lupus Rex in here. And then the SP conversion for characters is going to be released on 16 October, and then access to extra character abilities once they are SP converted. And then the Eternal Road is getting harder. Now you can only use specific characters. You can no longer use a series units, but using every single UR pilots that you have, because they now added the SP conversion on the characters. You now have to use that specific characters for that specific series in the Eternal Road. And then this one, this one, the history stays added. So on 16th of October, which means that in 5 days, let me see if it actually overlaps with the event. Yep, it overlaps with the events. So in 5 days, once you finish this one, you can do the Seed Astray and also the Thunderbolt. So do try to finish this one first if you do want to do the older event. And I do recommend, even for the older players, go and try to do the Gold Frame Amatsu, because hopefully they do add this thing in the older event. I don't know if they gonna do that, but if they release this basic rewards of the technical journal on the Gold Frame Amatsu, then it is insane, Because back then we can only get 1 copy of the Gold Frame Amatsu. If they release this, we can bring 10 Gold Frame Amatsu in a single stage. Oh my god, we gotta have insane map attacker. Like the things that I hope we can do with the GP03 can be done with the Gold Frame Amatsu. So yeah, if it really comes out like that, you already know. I no longer need to make a new content out of that. We already have our plan, okay? Just get 10 of the Gold Frame Amatsu. The Thunderbolt is also great. The Psycho Zaku and the Gundam Full Armor also have a map attack. So you can also get 10 of them, 10 copies of them. And it's so much better than the GP03 SSR in here. So do remember that, okay, when the story event comes out here. And then we also have the Master League Season 5, which will be released on the 16th of October. So we are all gonna be busy on 16th of October. And it's gonna be on space and boosting protagonist and test type. So I've already made a content out of this boost, like which unit is good and which is not. I'm gonna link it into this video's description later on, so you can watch that too. And there's a Google Play Games version. I think it's kind of like mistaken, like it should be the PC. Yeah, the PC version. I don't know. Like now you don't need to use emulator anymore. You can just download the software and play it on PC, which is really, really good. It will make the game much smoother with the 60 FPS and everything. And yeah, so much better. And the memory part 2, this one is already finished. You need database update and everything. Yep. So I also haven't actually opened this. This is the unit database. There's a mission for you to do, and you can claim all of this mission. And maximum level, everything. It's just free diamonds, So just try to unlock every single units in here. You collect your database. I mentioned a lot of times that this is not a Pokemon game. You don't need to catch them all. But because they open this up, then yeah, we have no choice. We need to catch them all. Yeah, but still. Be consider it with your diamonds, okay? Like I said, I usually don't want to pull on the banners that I don't think I need. So even though I do need to collect every single unit in here, I don't think I can do that. I don't know if they do have the URs in here. They do have the UR, right? Yeah, they do have the UR. So yeah, you need to collect them all. Yep. So there is the new information coming in here in this video. So hopefully you learn something out of this, and yeah, I'll see you on the 16th or anytime I do a live stream. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.